Hello and welcome to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the history of the Magic Kingdom Park. I am releasing this today in honor of the 50th anniversary of the opening of Walt Disney World and the Magic Kingdom on October the 1st, 1971. Also hope to release another video of the history of my favorite park, Epcot. Tell me in the comments if you would like to see that. Also want to mention I got some of the footage I will be presenting in this video from Central Florida Sights and Sounds, which have posted Disney's A Day at the Magic Kingdom from 1991. On October the 1st, 1971, Walt Disney World officially opened. It was quite different from today, and it is shocking to see how many barren areas in the park there were, particularly in Tomorrowland. To get to the park, one still had to pass through the Transportation and Ticket Center. While the monorails differed slightly, the monorail and ferry boat were still the main modes of transportation in the resort. Much like you would at a county fair nowadays, upon opening, Magic Kingdom had an A3 ticket system. While this ended in 1981, the most popular ride is still referred to as e-tickets within the Disney community. Upon arriving, you would have still passed under the train station, arriving at a very similar Main Street USA. Main Street USA was still devoid of attractions, unless one counts the Main Street vehicles and Walt Disney World Railroad. In terms of restaurants, it featured Town Square Cafe, Refreshment Center, and the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. Main Street also featured entertainment such as the Dapper Dans and the Main Street Band. Adventureland was quite bare, the only attraction being the Jungle Cruise and the Tropical Serenade, which was the original name for the Enchanted Tiki Room, along with Swiss Family Treehouse and Adventureland Shooting Arcade. Adventureland Veranda, Sunshine Tree Terrace, and Tropical Juice Bar were the eateries in this land. Frontierland was also very empty, featuring the Frontierland Shooting Gallery, the Country Bear Jamboree, and the Davy Crockett River Canoes, which were literal canoes. The only restaurant was the Mile Long Bar, which, with mirrors, gave the illusion that the buffet was a mile long. Liberty Square was still the smallest land, featuring the famous Haunted Mansion. It also featured the Hall of Presidents and the Mike Fink keelboats. The Diamond Horseshoe Review was another attraction. Liberty Tree Tavern and Sleepy Hollow Refreshments were also present on opening day, much like they are now. Fantasyland was and is flagship Magic Kingdom land, featuring the famous It's a Small World, Cinderella's Golden Carousel, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Mickey Mouse Revue, a show featuring audio-animatronic Disney characters, and classic dark rides, such as Snow White's Scary Adventures and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, along with the Mad Tea Party. King Stephen, the father of Sleeping Beauty's banquet hall, was the table service restaurant inside Cinderella's castle, and Pinocchio Village House still resided beside It's a Small World. These restaurants were accompanied by other eateries, such as the Lancer's Inn and Troubadour Tavern. You could also ride the Skyway from Fantasyland to Tomorrowland, as well as a reverse. Else in the aforementioned Skyway, the only attraction was the Grand Prix Raceway in Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland was mostly unfinished. The Tomorrowland Terrace was the only restaurant in the land, along with, quite possibly, the luncheon pad. Along with the Magic Kingdom, the Contemporary Resort and Polynesian Resort opened on October the 1st. Because Magic Kingdom was quite behind schedule on construction, a few attractions opened later in 1971. The Admiral Joe Fowler Riverboat opened on October the 2nd, and the famous Peter Pan's Flight attraction opened on October the 3rd. 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea opened on the 14th. In November, Tomorrowland expanded with America the Beautiful, which was a 360-degree film, and in December, Flight to the Moon opened its doors. On October the 24th, two of the nightly entertainment attractions appeared, these being Fantasy in the Sky Fireworks, the first of many Disney fireworks shows, and the Electrical Water Pageant. In 1972, Liberty Square saw an addition to its restaurants this year with Columbia Harbor House. If You Had Wings opened in Tomorrowland on June 15th. Pirates of the Caribbean, not originally intended for Florida, began construction this year, as well as Space Mountain and the Plaza Pavilion, which currently holds the Tomorrowland Terrace. In 1973, saw Main Street add the Walt Disney Story and the Swan Boats, which traveled from the hub into Tomorrowland and back. The most important event of this year was Pirates of the Caribbean. The famous boat ride is one of the most iconic attractions in Disney history. Tom Sawyer's Island opened this year. Plaza Pavilion Restaurant also opened this year. In other news, the gas crisis strikes this year, turning Walt Disney World's profits down dramatically. In 1974, the entire Tomorrowland expansion was planned to open this year, but the gas crisis delayed this. Disney still managed to open the Star Jets as well as a Space Bar restaurant this year. Magic Carpet Round the World replaced America the Beautiful this year, An interesting non-Disney event occurred at the Polynesian Village Resort this year. That being the Beatles, yes, the famous band the Beatles, disbanded at that resort. 1975 was full of Tomorrowland renovations. Space Mountain and the Carousel of Progress, a deluxe transplant from Disneyland, opened on January the 15th. America the Beautiful returned and replaced Magic Carpet Around the World, and Mission to Mars replaced, by this time, the outdated Flight to the Moon. On July the 1st, Wedway People Mover opens. In 1976, nothing of real interest happens in the Magic Kingdom, but in 1977, Magic Kingdom adds the famous Main Street Electrical Parade, which is the first of its kind in the Disney parks. In 1978 is another year where nothing really happens, but in 1979, Big Thunder Mountain begins construction. Magic Carpets Around the World replaces America's Beautiful. 1980, Big Thunder Mountain, one of my personal favorite attractions, opens. In 1981, the Epcot Preview Center opens to showcase Disney plans for their second park at the resort. 1982 was mostly occupied with the opening of the second park, Epcot Center. But, just as a side note, the Epcot Center Preview Center closed and the Walt Disney Story returned. In 1983 sees the Enchanted Grove opening, selling citrus juice near the Mad Tea Party. 1984, the Fife and Drum closes. American Journey's Circle Vision show opens in Tomorrowland. Country Bear Christmas Show overlay also begins this Christmas season and will continue for the next few years. In 1986, the Country Bear Vacation Hoedown overlay permanently replaces the original Country Bear show. Something that most people wouldn't care about, but for me is very important, an eatery, Gurgies, Munchies, and Crunchies, themed after one of my personal favorite Disney movies, The Black Cauldron, opened. 1987 sees Magic Journeys, which was formerly an Epcot Center, open in the theater that previously hosted the Mickey Mouse Revue. If You Had Wings, name was changed to If You Could Fly. 1988 brought a similar change to the Walt Disney Story as it did in 1981, this time to show a preview of Walt Disney World's third theme park, the Disney MGM Studios. On June the 18th, Mickey's Birthday Land, in celebration of his 60th birthday, opened with a fully explorable Mickey house and Minnie's Birthday Bash, a stage show where Mickey's friends prepare for his birthday party. You could also meet characters from the Mickey Mouse cartoons in this land. 1989, the Walt Disney Story returns. Townie's Town Square opens this year as well. Delta Dreamlight replaces If You Can Fly. Return to the 1990s, Mickey's Birthday Land changes its name to Mickey's Starland. Mickey's 60th birthday having long passed. The birthday theme show is changed to Mickey's Magical TV World. In 1991, Walt Disney World celebrates its 20th anniversary with the addition of Spectra Magic, a spectacular nighttime parade. In 1922, on Main Street, the Walt Disney World Story closes on October the 5th. In Frontierland, the Country Bear Vacation Hoedown is replaced by the returning original show. On July the 17th, Splash Mountain, a log flume, opens on the land once intended for Western River Expedition. In 1993, Davy Crockett's River Canoes closes either this year or the next. In Fantasyland, Magic's Journeys closes. Dumbo the Flying Elephant received a major renovation, and to mine and my fellow 14 Black Cauldron fan sadness, Gurgies, Munchings, and Crunchings was replaced by Lumiere's Kitchen. In Tomorrowland, a large renovation begins, with Mission to Mars closing and the Carousel of Progress getting revamped into its current form. The song, There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, can be heard for the first time in Walt Disney World as the theme song. In 1994, Adventureland Veranda closes its doors. Festival of the Lion King opens in Fantasyland. Snow White's Scary Adventures is modified to become a less scary ride, now branded Snow White's Adventures. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea closes on September the 5th for refurbishment, but will never reopen. The launching pad moves to locations to where the space bar used to be, while Auntie Gravity's Galactic Goodies opens a place where the launching pad was. American Journey's Circle Vision closes and the Timekeeper, a time travel-based show, opens. The People Mover gets a refurbishment, changing its name to the Tomorrowland Transit Authority. The Starjet changes into Astral Orbiter. Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter opens as one of the most infamous Magic Kingdom attractions. The attraction was surprisingly dark, and there was a sign outside the attraction that recommended preteen children not enter. The alien even ate fellow audience members. After the eventful year of 1994, not much changes in Magic Kingdom in 1995. 1996 was Walt Disney World's 25th anniversary. We have to address the elephant in the room, the Pink Cinderella Castle. The decorations were actually inflatable. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is officially closed despite being closed for 2 years already. Mickey's Starland is replaced by Mickey's Toontown Fair. The only attraction is the Barnstormer, a junior coaster. Lastly is Tomorrowland, which sees the Grand Prix Raceway getting a new name, the Tomorrowland Speedway. Dreamfright loses its Delta sponsoring and eventually is renamed to take flight. In 1997, Tropical Serenade, also known as the Enchanted Tiki Room, closes. Cinderella's Royal Table replaces King Stephen's Banquet Hall. In 1998, Cinderella Castle returns to its traditional form. The Enchanted Tiki Room under new management opens, a rather unfortunate new version of the classical Tiki Room. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride closes, much to the chagrin of many a fan. Take Flight closes and turns into Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. In 1999, the Skyway attraction closes on the last year of the 20th century. Winnie the Pooh opens in the place of what was Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If your friends are also Disney history buffs, they will love this video. You should share it with them. I'm also thinking of doing a part 2, possibly focusing on the rest of the history of Magic Kingdom, or maybe one of my personal favorite park, Epcot. Whatever you would like to see, any other type of videos, anywhere you'd like me to go, just tell me in the comments below. Thank you, and goodbye.